Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Shakey's Cricketing and Sports Journeys. So far I've been giving you lots of cricketers from around the globe, and today I've decided to change things up a little bit. I've gone from a bat ball to a pair of boxing gloves. I welcome to the show today a special guest by the name of Muhammad Ali. Welcome to the show, young man.
Welcome, Sam. Kasim, absolute pleasure to be on your show, making my debut from a crossover sport.
No, absolutely. No pressure or anything, bro. Look, I'm going to give a quick insight into your background before we get into your story. You are born, obviously, in sunny Rochdale, Manchester, Greater Manchester.
Manchester, yeah.
And you're the first Type 1 British professional boxer ever. Yeah. And we're obviously going to talk a little bit more of an insight into your story and the challenges you faced. But I just want to put it over to you and say, welcome to the show. How's things? How's life? How are you feeling?
Life at the moment is in the air for us all. With this coronavirus, hopefully we all overcome this battle with coronavirus and get back to normality and kick on with our lives. For example, I want to get in the ring as soon as possible. I want to be given a date and a venue, and all being well, we'll be boxing. Boxing will be back very soon, and other sports.
Hope so.
I've created history once, becoming the first diabetic professional boxer. I want to create history for the second time, becoming the first diabetic to become a champion, all being well.
I like that. I like your attitude. What I want to do is, I want to go way back, and I want to start by talking to you about a bit more about your journey and what's happened along the way, because it's not always been plain sailing. At the age of 5, you were diagnosed as a Type 1 diabetic. Tell me about those early moments. Obviously, your mum and dad and your family. What was it like for everyone?
Right, let's have a big throwback then. So going back 22 years, I'm a hyperactive child. I was opposite to my brother. My brother absolutely loves his Call of Duty and the PlayStation, Milwaukee. Yeah. And I'm a hyperactive child. I'm not into my PlayStation or consoles. So I'd be out from a young, early age playing out on the field, sports field, by the house or the local park, playing football, cricket. Crossover sports, I've done it from day one. Crossing over, switching from football to cricket to boxing. So as a youngster, taking part in football, and cricket, playing all kinds of sports, like I've said. But I'm doing no disrespect to any diabetics out there, but I'm suffering from a hypoglycemia, acting in a funny way. Basically, it's for the non-diabetics. They won't understand. It's where you faint and you're not in control of yourself. So I'm acting in a funny way for the first time, and my mum's never seen me act funny. And my mum's phoned the ambulance. The ambulance comes over to our house. I'm taken to the local hospital. It's Rochdale Infirmary, and I've been diagnosed now with Type 1 diabetes. And my mother, my father, we all, we're a close-knit family, and my mother and father are now suffering from depression. They're thinking, what have we done wrong for our child to be diagnosed with Type 1 diabetes? And on a daily, I receive messages by parents and other diabetics asking for advice. And I'm always speaking to my mother and father and saying, look, somebody's messaged me to ask how they can support their child with diabetes. Can you give advice on how you brought me up as a diabetic? And Cass, can you hear yourself? Is it fine? I can hear myself talking back to myself.
You're all right. I can hear you. I can hear you good.
Oh, cool. So, my mum telling me, when I was about, I think it was under 9s or under 10 Sunday league football team. I was playing for them on a Sunday, and my mum never missed a game. And she'd sit there, obviously me being a child, not in control of my diabetes. She'd watch me from pitch side, and she's see me suffering from hypo now, again, fainting, passing out on the pitch. And let's not forget that day I scored about 6 goals or something. Honestly, 2 hat-tricks I scored. I remember that day very well till this day. And the first half, about 5 minutes left till the half be finished. And my mum wears a scarf and she's come running on the pitch. She's sprinting, you know, a lady with a scarf on, everyone thinks, who's this crazy lady running onto the pitch? And she's got Lucozade, an overdose on carbohydrates, basically, to get my sugar levels up. Lucozade, Mars bars, bananas, mum's throwing them down my throat, and everyone's thinking, what are these guys doing? And whoever were taking part, and the parents watching Pixar, they're probably thinking, who are them maniacs? And I remember going back 22 years as well, the medication has moved on amazingly. Like, for example, I'm sponsored by Freestyle Libre. The company's called Abbott's, and it's like a 2p coin I've got on the side of my butt cheek. And I've got an app on my phone where I scan over the 2p coin and my sugar levels are shown. It shows if they're going up or going down. But going back 22 years, I was pricking my finger about 10 times a day to keep an eye on my sugar levels. But the needles, it only sounds like 12 milliliters, but it's big. Like now, I can even get an insulin pump and place it on my abs to control the insulin flowing in my body when I'm consuming foods. But due to boxing, I can't wear a pump on my abs. It'll get punched off, so I inject. But the needles are 4 milliliters. But what my point is, technology's moved on so much. Back then, I was using big needles, and my mum would inject herself, you know, in places on the legs to see if it's going to be painful for myself. And my mum's, you know, my mum and dad have done so much for me. I'm the man I am today because of my parents. And my advice to all up and coming athletes and current athletes: respect your parents and your elders, because without them and their prayers, we'll struggle in life. And
it's interesting listening to you there. So my mum wears a scarf. I played boys club football when I was younger.
Yeah.
And obviously you play with let's be honest, a bit of a rougher crowd, you know, the footballers, you know.
Yeah, Sunday League especially.
Sunday League as well. So I can relate to you. My mum used to come with the scarf on and watch me play football, and you know, it was actually fun in some ways, because the dads and stuff and the other mums, they actually started getting to know my mum more, and you know, it's good for the cultures to mix with each other.
Absolutely.
But I can imagine a Sunday League game, lady with a scarf running on, you know, that would have been a sight, definitely. But you know, I also can relate to you that I lost my younger brother when he was very young. He passed away when he was 5 years old. He had an illness called pseudo-obstruction. So I can relate to you, brother. I've seen my parents go through, you know, difficulties when you have a young child who's been diagnosed with some sort of, you know, illness or something that needs to be managed. I've seen my parents go through it as well, so I can relate and understand what your parents would have been feeling like.
Honestly, sorry to interrupt you, Kasim, but I receive messages on a daily by other diabetics, and honestly, I received, you know, when I'm going, other athletes will understand when you're going training, coming back, sometimes you can't even be bothered opening your messages, but honestly, I try giving all my time to anybody regarding diabetes. I try giving them as much advice as I can.
Good.
Because I know what I've been through and what they're going through as well, so I relate to them, and I try, you know, giving as much advice. For example, last week, some lady, she messaged me, and I said to her, look, speak to my mother direct. You know, I'll give you my mum's mobile number. You give my mum a call and speak direct. You can, as mothers, you can speak to each other. Her child's 5 years old, and I don't, due to confidential rights, I don't want to give.
Yeah, of course, no,
name away or her name. But the mother messaged me, and as I gave her my mum's mobile number, I said to my mother as well, look, somebody may call you, and she said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'll, you know, give them advice. And Casting, you know, sports is not an easy field. The amount of sacrifices, diet, injuries you've got to go through.
Yeah. And
then diabetes on top of it. You know, you have to take extra care. You've got to take extra care. And I'm a proud diabetic, to be honest with you. Boxing is a weight categorized sport. And as a diabetic, if I consume bad foods, I have bad results. with my sugar levels, and that could lead to other illnesses. So, and if I'm eating bad foods, consuming bad foods, I'll put weight on. Whereas with boxing, it's a weight categorized sport. So if I'm eating healthy, I stay within my weight category and I feel good and strong. And so I think boxing and diabetes work hand in hand.
That's
so
interesting.
Any diabetics out there listening?
Yeah.
Any diabetics out there listening, guys? Don't you all start boxing now?
You're going to have to. I hope It's interesting you say that though, because boxers, you have a very. If you're a professional, you have a very healthy lifestyle, and being diabetic is all about putting the right stuff in your body,
consuming the right nutrients.
I've never thought about it like that. So it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting to hear you say that. Let's move forward though. Football, cricket, all these sports. What I want to get to and ask you is, what made you? How did boxing get started? I mean, I can't imagine your mum and dad were like, I know you're born with a name, mashallah. You're born with the name that the greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali.
All right, let's go back to my name, bro. Sorry to interrupt you, Captain.
Yeah.
I've got no family history of boxing. Let's get that right. Zero history.
So your dad was
boxing.
no fan. Your dad was no fan.
No.
He didn't name you because of that.
My father doesn't like boxing. Let's get that straight. So what's happened is, at the age of 15, Ricky Hatton is boxing Costa Zoo for the light welterweight title.
Great fight.
It was at the MEN Arena, and my dad took me and my brother up. We asked him, we begged him. My brother's a big boxing fan, so I've said to my dad, look, please, can we go up to the MEN Arena? So what they did was, Costa Zoo agreed to box Ricky Hatton in Manchester only if they boxed the American time. So at 12 a.m, they shut the doors of the MEN Arena, so you're all locked in now. And the fight was at, I think it was 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. at the top of my head going back then. The fight was early hours in the morning. And I remember being at the Manchester Arena and Ricky Hatton bringing the whole of Manchester and the United Kingdom to a standstill. Honestly, and I thought, wow, this man can do this. Why can't I do this? I'd love to do something like this. So that's where boxing started coming into my head. And then I was roughly 14, 15, again, when in 2004, when Amir Khan had gone to the Olympics and won the silver medal, and he came back to, well, not just when he arrived in the UK, when he got to like the quarterfinal, semi-final, everybody started talking about him.
Yeah, I remember
on
well.
BBC.
I remember
and we're all tuning in. Who's this kid from Bolton? Watching him. And when he won the silver medal, the United Kingdom again stood still for him. He brought the whole country to a standstill when he arrived at Manchester Airport. And I thought, wow, this is one amazing sport. If you hit the heights, you bring the whole country to a standstill. Why can't I do this? And then I started boxing for the local amateur boxing club. Oh yeah, I've asked my dad now, please, can you take me to the local boxing club? He said, no, you're diabetic as it is. Muhammad Ali, the legend, the greatest boxer of all time, he suffers from Parkinson's. I don't want you going down that route. And my dad took me to the local karate club, which I took part in for nearly over 10 years, and I was just not liking it. But my dad had me involved in sports to control my sugar levels and keep my fat burning, and being in control of my diet. I was like, please, Dad, I don't want to, go to karate. I don't like it. Take me to the boxing gym, and he just won't take me. So I said to my mum, look, Amir Khan's brought the country to a standstill. Please take me to the local boxing club. And my dad, not knowing he was at work, my mum took me to the boxing gym. So I'd gone up for a few weeks and gone up to the club. Mum's took me up to the club. A few weeks, coach calls me over and he says, I need to speak to your father. I'm like, whoa, what have I done wrong? I don't want you to speak to my father. You don't want me taking part in boxing. And he's like, look, I need to speak to him. So I've gone, Mum's come. I'm like, listen, you need to bring Dad up to the gym. Trainer wants to speak to him. So my dad now comes up to the gym and he's like, "What, you shouldn't be here." And coach says, "Look, your son's good enough. He's good enough to fight." And my dad's like, "Look, we'll work hand in hand then. You do well at school, you can box. If you don't do well at school, you cannot box. As simple as that." So the coach, I've gone up, my dad's put me up, spoke to the coach, and he said it's good enough to box. It's called a medical card. As an amateur boxer, you get a medical card. And we've applied for my medical now. I'm training and I'm boxing now. I've got a fight lined up, and all of a sudden my license has been rejected. My medicals, I passed all my medical, but the England Boxing Amateur Association, they said he can't box due to being diabetic. This was at the age of 14 or 15. So that's it. I was heartbroken. My mum and dad again, depressed, thinking, why can't our son be accepted within boxing? What's he doing wrong? His diet's fine, we're controlling his health, and he's doing well at school. Why can he not box? And
just some questions I've got for you. When you're in the ring, as long as you stay on top of what you're meant to do, your insulin, your diet, do you ever have any problems?
No problems.
So you've never felt, round 4, round 5 of a fight, you don't feel weaker than other people. You're just as strong. Okay.
Do you know what? In training, I was speaking about it today with my trainer. My trainer, he likes to, speak, get into my head, for me to gain mental strength.
Yeah.
And he's always speaking to me, regarding training. My trainers coach the likes of Amir Khan, Jamie Moore, Matt, these guys who fought on that world level. And he said to me, "Ali, look, you can go all the way, but it's all in your head. How you live your life, how you stay at home, how you consume your foods, it's all got to be, you've got to get the balance right, and you can go all the way." And boxing, it's a thinking sport, and you've got to just use your brain. And I feel so as a fighter, sometimes I don't use my brain. I use my physical strength over my mental strength, and it is all in your head. And I'm a believer. If I put the hard work in, I won't fall short.
Yeah,
I believe that in my head. So
well,
if I cut corners, I defeat myself before I enter the ring. If I cut any corners, because I'm going over it in my head. Oh, such a day, I didn't go for a run. Such a day, I consume bad foods, and it plays in my head. But if I live the correct life, I'm winning. In my head, I've won the fight before I get to the ring.
No, that's not. When I started following your story, that was just something that, just like your mum and dad all those years ago. I don't understand diabetes, very well. I know some people that have it. Unless you're close to it, it's hard to know. And my thinking would have been maybe you'd be a bit weak, but you manage it. You sound like you manage it so well, and you kind of you've developed it, and technology's changed, and different. I mean, the fact that
the sky's my limit, man.
No, exactly. I mean, the main thing I've got to ask you at this point as we continue on, how's your chin? Have you got a good chin?
My record says I have.
You've not been rocked yet?
No. Touch wood.
Good to know. Good to know.
So going back to 15 years old, Kasim. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Let's change the chin subject. So going back to 15, I've been denied off my license, and then I've moved to Bury Amateur Boxing Club now, where Scott Big boxed, Amir Khan, Mark Thompson's, the list goes on. A lot of great fighters have boxed out of that gym. So I've moved there, and under Mick Jelly, I've gone and got my amateur medical, pass. I passed my medical, but I've got my license now, and I had 34 amateur fights, won 29. I won the Celtic International Box Cup. I won the Haringey International Box Cup, the University Championships, and then I've turned pro in 2015, where I passed my medicals now. I'm sparring great fighters like Brian Rose, Shane Singleton's, Rick Goddings, you know, some great fighters at the time. And I'm 2 weeks out from a fight. I've passed my professional medicals, which you've got to do annually. I've passed them. The doctor shook my hand. We've happily shook hands, and he's wished me best of luck. And it was about 10 days out from my fight. I'm driving to the boxing gym. I get a call from my manager, and he says, Ali, have we got something mixed up here? Are you type 1 diabetic? And I said, yeah, what's wrong with that? I've passed my medicals. And he said, the board have denied your license. They've never had a diabetic professional boxer. I'm like, whoa, no way. I've sold so many tickets. I was supposed to make my debut at Blackpool Winter Gardens, and I've been denied of my license. And then I've gone to the gym now, arrived at the gym, and Carl Ince was my trainer then. And he said, Ali, have we got something mixed up? Are you really diabetic? I said, yeah. What's wrong with being diabetic? And he said, I didn't know. You're such a healthy lad. You train as hard or harder than the lads here. I can't believe you're diabetic. You're firing at all cylinders. And I said, yeah, I'm diabetic. And he said, wow, I didn't know. And I said, look, Carl, I shouldn't have it printed on the forehead that I'm diabetic. You didn't know because I control my diabetes in a good manner. And he goes, absolutely. And he said, look, I agree with you, but I don't know why they've denied you of your license, because I couldn't tell you diabetic. I said, I don't know. And then I don't know what's happened. So we've gone home and spoken to solicitors, and my advisor and manager at the time, Asad Shameen, he's come on board, and we've all sat down, and my family, we've all sat down and discussed what can we do about this now. And we've all sat down and speaking to a legal team, and they said, look, this is discrimination, and if Ali's healthy enough, he should get his boxing license. And then I met up with the doctor consultant, leading consultant in the UK of diabetes. He's called Dr. Ian Gallen, and I was referred to him by my consultant in Rochdale, Dr. Prakash. And I went and met him at the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Berkshire. So I travelled from Rochdale to Berkshire, and he did his tests on me. He said, Ali, you are fit and healthy. By the way, this doctor, he was a consultant for Sir Steve Redgrave, the Olympic rower. I think he's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
And he said to me, look, Ali, you're in the boxing ring around consultants, around doctors and paramedics, whereas Sir Steve Redgrave, he was in the open water, no paramedics. He's out in the open sea, and his sugar levels were dropping whilst he was competing. And his is a whole different ball game compared to yours. Your sugar levels do go out of control. This paramedics there to help you, or referee can pull you out. Whereas the Steve Redgrave's in the open sea, and nobody can, a helicopter probably above them, but it'll take a few minutes for the helicopter to get hold of him. He said, look, you should be getting your license. So we had a meeting with the boxing board, and I was granted my license. And in September 2018 is when I made my professional debut. Yeah,
but just to take you back there, that was a 3-year period.
Absolutely. 3 years.
When you talk about it there, it sounds like a couple of weeks. I got the doctor, I got the solicitor, I got my manager.
3 years.
It could have been quite easy for you to think, listen, I'm going to pack this in, man. It's not happening. How did you keep yourself motivated? Obviously you had some good people around you, your manager, your doctor, your parents. But how? For people listening out there that go through challenges that maybe bumpy roads along the way, how would you tell them to fight through that in those 3 years?
Sorry, I'll cut this short, guys. This was going back 2016, 2017 time now. As I've met the doctor, you get an appointment in 3 to 4 months' time. So it's easy me talking. I think it happened overnight, but it was a 3-year period. So within them 3 years, I was at university. I graduated. Going back to my father now. My father had a deal with me. He said, if you graduate in whatever you do, you can box on, and I'll support you within your career with the costs. But if you don't graduate, you can't box. You won't have my support. You'll have to stand on your own feet. So I graduated in sports studies from Edge Hill University with a 2-1 bachelor's
Well
degree
done.
in sports
Well done.
studies. So when my boxing license were denied, I got in contact with my high school, Matthew Moss High School in Rochdale. I got in contact with them. The headmaster there currently, Mr. Morehouse, he's like a family member of mine now, like a friend, very, very close friend of mine. He's a proud teacher of mine, and we're in contact together. He came to my wedding. He's in regular contact. He comes to all my fights. And with Mr. Morehouse, I've got in contact with him. I think I messaged him, and he said to me, come into school and see me. So I went into school to see him and said, Mr. Morehouse, look, I've got my degree. I need a job. And he said, Ali, look, it's December time now. There's nothing available. Come back in September, and if there's any jobs available, you'll be the first one getting it. I said, appreciate it. So, Pure Gym now. There's a local commercial gym literally round the corner from my house, 5-minute walk. I know the manager there. I've gone over and spoke to him, and he said, Monday morning, you've got the job. I saw him on the weekend, said, Monday morning, you've got the job. So I started PTing, you know, passing my time by visiting the doctors, going back and forth on emails, doing more research, you know, on how can I get my British Board of Boxing Control's boxing license. So we did a peaceful protest at the Anthony Joshua Joseph fight. We left from Rochdale with 10 people. When we arrived in Wales, we were like 10 people with us. This is not a protest. Nobody's even gonna look at us. So honestly, we had like a few banners saying like, first, you know, diabetic boxer being denied of a license when he's healthy. We've had a few signs, and over 10,000 people joined me. And I spoke to the secretary there of the British Board of Boxing Control, and he said, you'll get your license as long as you pass your medicals. A few weeks later, I passed my medicals, and I was granted my British Board of Boxing Control boxing license. I was absolutely proud. It was a proud moment for me.
Wow.
And I was granted my license, and I'm just showing to people, not just diabetics, but people who are suffering from mental health, other illnesses, that you should never give up in life. Anything is possible if you control your illness or condition in a good manner. Seek help from professionals, and you can do absolutely anything in life. Tyson Fury is a prime example from the mental health sector. He's going to show us, look, he's come back. I think he had a 2 or 3 year layoff as well.
Unbelievable.
And he's come back and knocked the biggest puncher of recent times. He's gone and knocked him out in a brutal manner. And Tyson, I look up to him massively. He's a very big motivator. He's shown me at first hand that, look, your sky's your limits if you put the work in.
Yeah, I think Tyson Fury's story.
Amazing.
One of the episodes I watched it when he was on Joe Rogan. And just,
amazing.
Just to listen to him and hear where he was and where he came back to. So it's good to hear you say that as well. But you're absolutely right. As low as you can feel in life, there's always time to come back. There's always a chance.
Absolutely.
You then, you know, you've fought through all those.
Sorry, Catherine, to interrupt you. Look, diabetes, me personally, I don't believe it's an illness. I believe it's a condition, and a controllable condition. Like I've shown, if you control your condition in a good manner, you can do absolutely anything. Yes, there is. If you control it in a bad manner, it goes out of control. You seek help from the professionals who will guide you on the right path to control your illness or condition in a good manner. And with the boxing, I've had a few changes in my team, and it's just to better myself and you know, to push on. Like, for example, my first trainer, I'm in contact with him, very good friends. I was training with him, and I changed trainers. Now with another trainer, it's just, you know, to better myself. So you've got to understand when it's time to. When you know that you've got to make a few changes, you should make the changes in order to better yourself. Yeah,
no, absolutely. So Tyson Fury's another example. He did the same thing before he fought. I mean, a lot of people didn't agree with it. Ben Davidson had done a really good job in the first fight, but he needed was somebody just to nudge him up that bit more. And obviously he went to the Crunk gym, and what a story that was. He came out a totally different fighter, put it on Deontay Wilder. So if that's the changes, I don't know what type of we don't want to give away too much at the moment to your future opponents. But what are you working on just now in your boxing? I've watched a few of your videos. You know, you've got lovely skills, very relaxed in the ring. You know, you've got nice combinations, good jab. But what areas are you feeling like you need to touch up on?
I was speaking to my trainer. I've been back in the ring now 2 years, and it'll be 2 years in September. And we're just taking it one step at a time. I've just got to keep learning my trade. Boxing, you can't be rushed. When I'm signed with MTK Global, Tyson Fury's team, I'm hoping I get to box on the same card or same bill.
That would be good.
Tyson Fury's, it'll be amazing. Him coming from
Don't forget your friend Cassim from Scotland. A couple of tickets my way, bro, for that one.
Yeah, definitely I will do. But Tyson Fury, like, he's shown never to give up. I've shown never to give up. There's a bit of synergy there, and I'd absolutely love to box on the same card as Tyson Fury in the future. It'd be amazing.
That would be awesome.
I'm just taking it one step at a time, you know, just learning my trade. We were talking about it in the gym today, and my boxing trainer just said to me, it's Humphrey Harrison, fantastic trainer, brother of legend Oliver Harrison, who sadly passed away last year. It's his elder brother, Humphrey Harrison, and he's trained, you know, your Martin Murrays, Amir Khans, Jamie Moores, the list goes on. And he said to me, look, Ali, you've got the attributes. It's just about building. And at the right time, we'll get to the heights. Let's take it a step at a time. I said, fair enough. You've got to listen to your teacher and believe in your team. Yeah. And that's what I'm exactly doing. So we take it one step at a time. At the moment, we're all fighting one fight together, and that's with the coronavirus. Let's overcome this hurdle. And all being well, I'll be in the ring very, very soon. Looking forward to my fight. And I hope some Scottish fans can come along as well and cheer me on.
Listen, well, first things first, I'm your first Scottish, your first main Scottish fan here. So you've got to look after me first. I will spread the word, of course. I think you've come across fantastically well. What's the goals? Let the viewers know you fight at welterweight, I believe.
Welterweight, yeah.
It's a very exciting division. Obviously, a division that's been dominated for a long time by Floyd Mayweather, who's obviously,
legend,
supposedly retired. But we don't know. When the money's right, we might see him back in the ring.
He's always giving his teasers, isn't he? Hitting the bags of the bag.
You've got some great talent in there. You've obviously got Terence Crawford. You've got Errol Spence Jr. You've got Sean Porter. So many. Manny Pacquiao still fights in that division. But closer to where, obviously, that's right up there. But you've obviously got, like you said, every day at a time. You've got some good welterweights to look at in Britain as well. I believe you've got the likes of Josh Kelly. You've got Conor Benn. Could these be fights we see you in future?
Maybe. I'm just taking it one step at a time. Them guys are on the verge of like British titles, European titles, world titles. They're on the verge of them titles. I'm basically 6 fights in. I'm taking it a step at a time, nice and easy. Whoever, my team I'm with the biggest management company in the world, MTK Global. Whoever they put in front of me, ready to rock and roll.
So how old are you? How old are you now, Ali, bro? How old are you now?
I've had 3 years taken away from me. I'm 27 now, and
the
9 years have moved on.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many boxers that I've watched growing up. They don't really hit peak until they're like 30 plus. So, you could be, by the time you get to 30, you should be hopefully, in title contention by that time.
Absolutely.
That should be the plan.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, if you make it over to Vegas and you fight at the MGM Grand.
Hey, one second, I've got to interrupt you, Cassim. Look, boxing's in Britain right now. It's come over from the States. Come on. All the heavyweight belts are in Great Britain. All the the major titles are in.
But they don't come over, bro. The Americans, they never come over and fight. They never come here. So I would love it. I mean, you're right.
They do come over as long as they've got something to fight for.
Listen, you get them over here. I mean, there's so many big names. I'd love to see the likes of Canelo. There's talks of Canelo coming over and having a fight in Britain. You know, you'd love to see Pacquiao fight in Britain before he finishes. But look, you're absolutely right. Boxing is booming in Britain right now. You know,
let's bring a big fight in the next couple of years to Rochdale Football Stadium, eh?
Why not? Why not? Listen,
MTK Global will sort that out for me.
Sky's the limit, brother. If you can fight the battles that you've fought, you've got a good team now. You're in position with MTK. They're very well known. They're doing good work for lots of boxers.
The best team in the world.
I think you've just got to keep your head down the same way you have your whole career, and just take one day at a time. And inshallah, you know, you're going to. I've got a feeling there's definitely you're going to go on to win British title, and I've got a hope that you go on challenge for a world title, and then you know what? Then it's whoever the best man is on the night if you get to that point.
Absolutely.
Listen, it's been a pleasure, bro. If you get up to Glasgow, please give me a shout.
Absolutely.
If I get down your way next time, I'll get in touch with you and we'll get together.
Most definitely.
We'll stay in touch, and let's keep in touch and maybe do another catch up as your career goes on. You're 6-0 just now. I'll be following, and hopefully people will tune in and get behind you, Ali, as well. Great story.
Yeah,
man.
guys, follow me on Twitter, Muhammad Ali Box. Follow Kasim, he's doing fantastic with the podcast, and let's help one another reach our heights. It's about humanity, it's about helping one another. Let's reach them heights, guys.
No, and let me see, just before you
want
go,
more Scottish fans now.
Show me where you are. I believe you're in your brother's restaurant.
Yeah, due to the coronavirus, it's all, closed up upstairs. So I'm the man up there.
Love it. Muhammad Ali. So it looks awesome. What type of food do we get when things open back up and we get back in there? Nice kebab, nice grilled food?
It's grilled food. It's not kebabs, Kasim. It's not kebabs. Okay. It's your healthy meal preps. You can get your burgers, but they're grilled as well. So the next you're talking about Canelo. I've got Canelo on here.
Listen, he's a good guy to be inspired by. I'm a massive boxing fan, as we've had a couple of phone conversations already. So I love my boxing. So I'm looking forward to following your journey. We'll stay in touch, and just keep going, brother. You know, you're inspiring a lot of people. I see your Twitter page. A lot of diabetic people are coming to your page, and you're giving people hope. Keep doing your thing, man. May God reward you, and may you achieve all your dreams. And well done, I want to say to your dad and your mum and dad for standing by you and supporting your dreams. But also a big credit to your dad, who made a very good deal with you there. No degree, no boxing. You've got both of those boxes ticked now. So good luck to you moving forward, and I'll look to get this out as soon as possible.
Stay in contact, Kasim. Nice speaking to you, bro. Take care. Thanks.